Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the stream. A bit about the air alert map right now. Missiles over Klemensky. Klemensky. It's gonna be tongue-tied tonight, obviously. Explosions reported in Shoshka, in northern end of Sumy region, and drones over Kharkiv heading south towards Dnipro. Hey there, Nura. Adam Rounds, welcome to the stream. Actually, it only shows one person watching at the moment, so Nura, thanks for being here. The summer sunshine fun time with Renegade Chungus and myself. We ended up with a total of 60 donations and got up to 2,567.48 euros. Just in case I missed it yesterday, so yeah, Haji with 10, Steve Sane with 20, Adam Rounds with 10, Darlene Patton 2641 USD, Haji again with 10, Adam Rounds again with 10, Dave Hutchings with 1197 USD, BB with 30, Haji with 10 again, Steve Sane with another 20. More than my vocal cords were relaxed. Linda Hayes, 50 USD. Haji twice with 10. So 20 in total there. And Spider Fate Fella with 5.5 euros for Canty's next sip. Hello everybody from coming over from Nick's. Good to see you here. Linda H, Mexi Girl, you know they exist, Pyro, and even Putin in the house. Welcome to the stream. And of course, we are supporting the 5th Border Guard Detachment in Sumy, also known as the Prime Unit. We've seen a couple videos from them throughout our time on the stream here. So link is pinned to the top of chat and is in the description below. If you do have the means and are able to, please help donate. Get this truck for the border guards and help shoot down drones attacking Ukrainian cities. Speaking of, more drones. Dozens of strike drones, ballistic missiles, and cruise missiles are involved in Pavlograd, Dnipro region. Rough night for Ukraine as it is 5:13 a.m. in Ukraine at the moment. Moving into the operational information as of 8 a.m. July 18th regarding the Russian invasion. The report, as always, starts with glory to Ukraine. Hello, KKGG. Sorry, I was trying to make a joke in Nick's chat and it just didn't seem to come across well. But yeah, you know, yes, I'm from South Dakota, but I don't want to be dog catcher. Thank you. The 1,241st day of the large-scale armed aggression of the Russian Federation against Ukraine has begun. In total, 180 combat clashes took place over the past day. The enemy launched one missile strike using 2 missiles. This is, again, yesterday, not counting what's going on right now. and 72 airstrikes, dropping 137 guided aerial bombs. In addition, Russia carried out 5,892 artillery strikes, 95 of which were from MLRSs. Russia also used 3,442 kamikaze drones to strike. The airstrikes affected the areas of the settlements of Orkiv, Borshkova, and Voschansk, also Chuganivka in the Kharkiv region, Bilogriya, Stepnohorsk in Zaporizhia, and Olhivka in Kherson. Over the past day, the Defense Forces, aviation, missile troops, and artillery units struck 2 areas of concentration of personnel, weapons, and military equipment, a UAV control point, an air defense system, an artillery system, and another important target of the Russian invaders. Seeing more drones moving down towards Dnipro, or more movement down towards Dnipro, I should say. Moving into the individual directions and the deep state map. In the North Slobodansk region, near Sumy and Kursk, 21 combat clashes took place over the past day. In addition, the enemy carried out 18 additional airstrikes, dropping 29 guided bombs. Also carried out an additional 356 shellings of the positions of our troops and settlements. 6 of those were from multiple launch rocket systems. Heading over to Voschansk. And, Voschansk, sorry, I'm reading Voschansk, but South Slobodansk direction, Kharkiv area. Defense forces repelled 10 enemy attacks near the settlements of Voschansk. Zooming in, Zeleny. And heading over towards the Oskil River. Oh, no, I'm mistaken. I thought that was that city, but no, it's Starivka, which is just here on the other end of the pocket of Russians, Staritsia. Sorry about that mix-up. Heading over to Kupiansk direction, where 4 attacks by the invaders took place over the last day. The defense forces repelled the enemy assault actions in the areas of the settlements of Kupiansk itself, Zeleny Gay, which is there, we had to zoom in a little bit more for it to pop up, Nova Kruglivka, and in the direction of Pishkiani. Heading to the south to Liman, down here, the enemy attacked 30 times in the Lomansky direction, trying to advance near the settlements of Novo-Ihorivka, Grivkivka, Karpivka, Zeleny Dolna, Kolodazny, Sirabryanka, and also towards Novomir, Kruvoy Yar. That's going to be one of these small towns in here. I'm just not sure where. Okay, I'm not sure where that settlement is at. I'll have to go back and look that up at a later time. Suridny, which is here. Chandra Golova, and Kramatorski right next to Zarichny. Heading further to the south to the Servisk direction. Let me zoom in a little bit there. Our defenders repelled 6 assaults in the by the occupation forces near Girogorivka and towards Vimivka. Heading over to Kramatorsk. No, she's enough. Sonia's enough trouble. I don't need any more. Let me catch up with chat here really quick. Pyro Kurt, hey there. Derpat in chat, thank you for coming. Stephen Walsh. Yeah, I don't know what I set it for. I don't know if it was 9 o'clock or 9:15. When Nick's stream started winding down, I started up. Just so if he wanted to raid, he could raid, because he has done that before, and I was appreciative. And I like to make sure that that's available. Hello, not Sherlock Holmes. Anyways, moving on with the report and the Kramatorsk direction, where 13 clashes were recorded in the areas of the settlements of Chasev Yar, Stupochki, Orhovo Vasilivka, Bilagora down here, and in Pretechny. Moving next to Toretsk. But lost track of it. The enemy carried out 9 attacks near Chirbanivka. Alexandro Kalonova over here. Petrivka, south of Chirbanivka. Rusinyar, which is over here. And in the directions of Plashkivka and Katerinivka. Excuse me. You do see a bit of advances by the Russians in the Divlivka areas on Deep State now, pushing towards Bilohora. Yeah, it's going to be a rough area, and I think this area is going to be the next area Russia focuses on after Pokrovsk. Russians in Pokrovsk are trying to encircle Pokrovsk, Mirnograd, and basically because they do not want to engage in urban warfare again. Ukrainians are fighting hard to keep that from happening, but in the Pokrovsk area, our defenders stopped 61 assaults by the aggressor in the areas of the settlements of Poltavka, Popov Yar, Rodinsky, Novotoretsky, which right there, you have to zoom in kind of far to get it to pop up, but it's a kind of a small settlement nestled right next to a bunch of other small settlements. Mirolubivka down here. Novo Ekonomishne, Lisivka, Udashny, Moravka down here. Oleksivka in the corner up here. Dashny, and in the direction of course, Pokrovsk and Mirnograd, as well as Volodromivka, And I know I've seen this one, I just don't remember where it is. Volodrivka and Novopavlivka, which should be right around here as well. Oh, no. I'm sorry. Novopavlivka down over here. Speaking of Novopavlivka, heading over to that direction, the Defense Forces stopped 17 enemy attempts to break through the defensive lines in the areas of the settlements of Pridubny, Zurka, Tremivka. I'm not sure I know where Tremivka is at. I'm not seeing it offhand, but I'll look that up later. It might be one of the situations of a name change since this map was released, or other ones. But moving on to Mirny, Voskreshenka, moving down to the south to Voliny Pol, Serchenko, and Zeleny Pol. Looks like we are skipping Guliopol direction today and going straight over to Orhiv, where the Defense Forces successfully stopped one enemy assault near the settlement of Malatokmaka. In Huliopol and Perniprovsky directions, the enemy did not carry out offensive actions during the past day. In the Volyn and Polizia directions, there were no signs of the formation of enemy offensive groups. Our soldiers continue to inflict significant losses in manpower and equipment on the occupation forces and are actively undermining the enemy's offensive potential in the rear. Go into the losses for today. We'll cover that with the graphic here shortly and end the report with the normal join the Defense Forces, Razom Peremozhemo, Slava Ukraina. Better organized today, every distraction dealt with. That's good news. It is what it is. Thanks for trying, Adam. Total losses of the Russians as of July 18th, 1,241st day of the full-scale invasion. Russia lost an additional 1,180 personnel, bringing the total to 1,039,830 personnel that Russia has lost so far. 3 more tanks were taken out today. 9 more APVs, bringing the total over 23,000 now. 47 artillery systems, 1 MLRS, 135 UAVs, and 111 vehicles. Do a quick check-in on the fundraiser, still at 60 donations. Yay, summer. It is what it is. It's middle of the month and, well, summertime. Everybody's trying to do vacations. Just remember, these guys are trying to make sure Ukrainian civilians can go on vacation and don't have to spend as much time in bomb shelters. Heading over back to the air alert map, and we see more and more details on the drones and another group of drones heading through Chernihiv, heading towards Kyiv City. I kind of stopped going through Telegram because, well, I saw this and I did not want to lose it in the middle of everything. Earlier today, about 9 p.m. Ukraine time, there was an announcement that they expect about 600 drones over Ukraine. Also received a red level for ballistics at night. This is according to the monitoring channels, and of course, we see that here. Missiles have been flying for quite some time. Yeah, a couple easier days to deal with when Kellogg was in Kyiv. Now that he's left, a strong action by Russia. I'm going to scroll up to the beginning of the day here and then jump over to Zelensky's channel. And let's see if he put out a statement today. No, he did not, but a big wall of text. Report from Commander-in-Chief Alexander Syrsky. The front primarily defends at Pokrovsk and other directions in Donetsk. It is in Donetsk that the occupier concentrates the most efforts. I thank all of our units there for their resilience. I especially want to highlight the fighters of the Special Operations Forces and the 59th Assault Brigade of the Unmanned System Forces for the battle specifically on the Pokrovsk direction. Novopavlivka direction, fighters of the 5th Assault Brigade and 225th Separate Assault Regiment, thank you. Every Russian attempt to break forward must receive a proper fire response from Ukrainian forces. In particular, we destroy Russian sabotage groups trying to advance and enter Ukrainian towns and villages. None of these Russian sabotage groups will have a chance to survive. Well, no video or audio, but, still coming out and speaking against the war, or the Russians, basically. Seems being distracted is not your only problem. Yeah, there's always more than one. Well, last night, there was 35 drones launched by Russia. 11 were shot down. 6 were suppressed by electronic warfare. And the 18th package of EU sanctions was passed today. The package includes a ban on any transactions regarding Nord Stream 1 and 2, a price limit on oil from Russia, 105 vessels from the Shadow Fleet were individually sanctioned, a complete ban on the import of petroleum products from Russian oil, sanctions against the Russian Direct Investment Fund, a complete ban on SWIFT. If you look at the back of your credit card, it has SWIFT on it. For another 22 Russian banks, and a de facto ban on all transactions. A ban on transactions by financial operators in third countries that help Russia circumvent sanctions. export restrictions of over 2.5 billion. Technologies and critical industrial goods will no longer enter Russia. And 22 companies, both Russian and foreign, that directly support Russian military industrial complex. Those who engage in the ideological training of Ukrainian children in Russia will also be sanctioned. So, nice new package from the EU trying to force Putin to end this war. Adam Rounds, I'm counting down Trump's 50 days too, but for a different reason. The day I land in Poland is the same day. I'll be entering Ukraine that night and be in either Lviv or Kyiv the next morning. I am trying to get to Cars for Ukraine from, first thing, but I'm trying to deal with doctor's appointments in Ukraine. Yeah, I got a few things going on there that hopefully I can get sorted out at a later time so I can go to Lviv and possibly drive a vehicle to Kyiv and hand it off to a unit. It'd be very nice to do that, but fighting the doctors first. The appointment schedule, I should say. Anyways, for the first video of the night, as a result of a precise hit by an FPV drone, a Russian all-terrain vehicle was destroyed. It doesn't give us a location, but still. Get out the marshmallows. And yeah, yes, I'll replay because I was... "50 Shades of Orange." How about that one, KKGG? Next video is from the 54th Brigade, the 1st Mechanical Battalion, repelling another Russian assault. Oh, that hit the ammo. Okay, how about this title for you, KKGG? Agent Orange, the Epstein years. Ukrainian drones Who would have ever thought that pairing it with UA drone drops would be the thing that makes me acquire a taste for trance music? um, I'm not sure. Adam Rounds asks, why did the USSR switch flags to white, blue, and red? Um, I know like the white is supposed to be like the purity of Russia, and but I can't remember all of it. Um, yeah, it's like totally weird reasonings for the Russian flag now. Anyways, the Ukrainian UAVs attacked an industrial area in Nizhny Novgorod region, targeting Koround chemical plant. The cyanide salt workshops was damaged. Hmm. Um. Yeah, Russian flag color. White to peace, purity, and perfection. Blue for faith, fidelity, and consistency. And red for courage, strength, love, and even bloodshed for the fatherland. Uh, Believed to be influenced by the Dutch flag. Okay, so it's just so they switched around the Netherlands colors a little bit, but they also it's my guess is they tried to blend in and used very similar color scheme to everybody else. Yeah, So a couple regions are coming off of air alert. All the west up to Venetia and Zhytomyr. Odessa, Mykolaiv, Kherson are also off air alert. It's just the northeastern part of Ukraine that's under air alert now, with drones flying around. A few more drinks, and hopefully my eyes should be blurry enough to counteract the blur my brain imposes. Usually works, kind of reverses what happens when normal people get drunk. Well, so you're not alone, not Sherlock Holmes. Cheers. Okay, no bad reaction to that flavor. I'm good. Um, as the title says, Russians. Play that one again. You know, this is Darwin's theory of evolution in action right here. And if that was not funny enough for you, this is preparing Russian infantry for combat missions in difficult terrain. The bonus is when his legs get blown off, he could use that as a wheelchair. Rilsk in Kursk, the Aviation Technical College attacked by UAV.
18.07. Рыльск. Прилет самолетного типа. Есть пострадавшие.
So, not a whole lot to see there, but oh, I wish I could tell. I could. Hold on. Halderus. Oh God, I'm not that good with Latin. So if you know Latin. The destruction of Russian vehicles, including a relatively rare Soviet car, Luz 969. Do my walk, I'm a man. No time. Alive, staying alive, ah, ah, ah. Staying alive, staying alive, ah, ah, ah. Staying alive. Okay, enough of that. Okay, no, not enough of that. Strikes on Russian positions in Potino Kursk region. Yeah, go from Bee Gees to Rammstein. And I come to a point where I stopped here. So let's continue on with a graphic showing the massive attack by Ukraine on Russia today. And yes, each one of those arrows is supposedly a drone down to Rostov, Volgograd, Ryazan, towards Moscow, Tula, of course, Kursk, and Belgorod. And unfortunately, seeing the Russian response. Explosions in Ingles, Moscow region, and Voronezh, according to local chats. I don't see much in this video, but maybe it's the sound. Good to hear the air alerts going off in Moscow. Terrible drone attacks in Odessa. Video shows several explosions out of dozens. First time I see something like this. I recognize the area. This is the guy from Warriors Ukrainian. This is out his window. So not so much as seeing the explosions, but hearing them. Oh, maybe not. Okay, this might not be video from the guy from this channel. It looks a little different, although I'm not 100% sure. I know he lives in Odessa, and I remember seeing like a video of the snowfall in Odessa that looked similar to this parking lot, but for some reason I think there was a building here on his video. Anyway, I have already counted more than 15 explosions. I don't know where they land, but there's a lot of explosions and they are flying. So yeah, that is out his window. Okay. More video from Moscow region.
Взорвали. Сейчас будет. Сейчас идет. Да. Я прям видел вспышку заранее.
Attack on Odessa. Yeah, I don't know why people even bother posting videos like this. You can't, you know, just post an audio file. You don't need the video. Tokmak. This is occupied Kherson. Video for let's see. Yeah, video from Odessa. Air defense. Horror in Odessa after the strike, a residential building on fire.
Люди кричат, они хоть спаслись или нет? Ребята, а вызвали пожарников?
Всех вызвали уже.
Слушайте, есть гидрант.
За вашей спиной горит, вы стоите.
That Russian's gonna get stopped for crawling funny. Guys, I'm going to bed. There's a burning smell outside. There were lots of hits. I've never heard anything like this before. There will be more information during the day, but we've already know that there are victims. That was about an hour and a half ago that he went to bed finally. So like 4:30 in the morning, being able to go to sleep. Let's see if... Okay, I've watched this video. I cannot show that on stream. And a lot of talking in this one. Okay, so nothing from Madiar today. Dennis talking about Taiwan, Orban, and yeah, okay. Vona Ukraina. We got new video here.
Передайте нашим, що ми її бачимо.
Ukrainian MLRS at work. Aw.
На, тут я, бутик у тебя, смотри. Бутик какой сделал.
She foxy.
Иди кушать. Будешь? Иди сюда. На. Брат, ну давай. Что ты облизываешься? Бутик тебе сделал. Смотри какой. На. Вот тут положу, смотри. Вот. Все, иди бери. Да все уже в рот пихай. Не вмещается? Ну иди отнеси, придешь еще. О, вмещается. А вот тот. Все. Бутик чисто. Пошла. Приходи еще, тут еще есть. Иди.
I love how it seems like all Ukrainians are nature lovers. Even the foxes. I wish there was some more context to some of these videos, but I still love it that it's just a place for the soldiers to send their videos to have them posted to a wider audience.
Живи, Україно, живи для краси, для сили, для правди, для волі. Шуми, Україно, як рідні ліси, як вітер в широкому полі. До суду тебе не скують ланцюги, і руки не скрутять ворожі. Стоять твої вірні сини навкруги, з шаблями в руках насторожі. Стоять, присягають тобі на шаблях, і жити, і вмерти з тобою. І прапори рідні в кривавих боях, ніколи не вкрити ганьбою. Буває, часом сліпну від краси, спинюсь, не тямлю, що воно за диво. Оці степи, це небо, ці ліси, усе так гарно, чисто, незрадливо. Усе як є, дорога, явори, усе моє,
Like the
все
cat eyes.
зветься Україна.
Oh, looks like the same video got posted twice. I'm not the only one that does double posts.
Знов сірий світанок, вкритий вогнем, ми йдемо у бій під пекельним дощем. З тобою пліч-опліч стоятиму, брат, побачивши ціль, ні кроку назад. назад. За нами тут правда, й перемога одна, та тільки для когось це всього лише гра. Де останню цигарку ми ділили на двох, той дим розчинявся серед втрати тривог, де кожен наш крок це мов тінь на стіні, та ми не здамося цій жорстокій війні. І десь серед пекла і свисту тих куль ми рідним напишем 4-5-0. За кожне життя, за пролиту тут кров ми вистоїм, браття, хоч палає кругом. За віру й свободу, за матір і дім, за те, що так любим, за рідний наш Крим. І зійде знов сонце на нашій землі, ми не здамося у цій боротьбі. Де останню цигарку ми цілили на двох, той дим розчинявся серед втрати тривог.
Very cool song. I'll have to hunt down the artist on that one.
А ти ніколи не думав, що ти погана людина?
Ні. Світу потрібні погані люди. Щоб відганяти тих, хто ще гірший.
The good guys lost. Everybody knows the dice are loaded. Good song.
Дякувати Богу, наступив ще один день. Розвивається гарний наш рідненький прапор на нашій рідній українській землі. На такому гарному заході сонця. І дай Бог, буде ще не один такий день, коли буде наступний новий день з заходом сонця, і ми заживемо за те, що ми боремось в вільній, незалежній Україні. На жаль, на сьогоднішній день вона не дуже вільна і не дуже незалежна, але ми за це боремося. Віримо в ЗСУ, тільки вперед, ні кроку назад. Ми це зробимо і ми це поборемо. Віримо в ЗСУ. Вперед, вперед, крапові вперед.
I always love watching the videos in this channel. Just basically the guys being the guys. Pictures from K2. Let's see what operational ZCU has for us today. Comprehensive operation of the fighters of the 3rd Air Assault Battalion to destroy the enemy. Oi, that's loud. Okay, I can't show that much. Come on, this has to be... This is... Normally when I'm going through these, I'll sit there and translate it. G7 countries except the USA intend to support a new price cap on Russian oil. The price limit on Russian oil is about $46 per barrel. Strikes on Ukrainian targets, including Kyiv, will be carried out with increasing force, Dmitry Medvedev. Trump agreed and gave 50 days. Operators of the 14th Separate Regiment of Air Defense, together with drone reconnaissance group Sirko, struck the Tor SAM system in the cursed direction. The enemy complex tried twice to shoot down the strike UAV, but the Ukrainian drone's target acquisition system worked better than the PBO air defense. Okay. Let me get rid of it. So I don't know if you guys caught this or not, but primary target, apparently a secondary, tertiary, and a fourth target, and it prioritizes what target is the most valuable. This is the AI that Ukraine has for their strike drones. You see number 4 over there, number 1, identifying another target. And that was marked as a secondary target, but it goes for the primary target of the Tor missile launcher. I'd love to be able to see more videos like that to be able to break down the AI a little bit better. That's very cool. Fedorov plans to launch a Dodge analog for several projects. Let's make Ukraine great again. Mugga. Jinping. I'll show this until I can't. No, that's what's left of a Russian meat assault. Artillerymen of the Predator Brigade made the Jubilee 1000th shot from a Ukrainian self-propelled artillery system, Bodana.
Гармата вогонь!
Тисячний постріл, 2С-22, бригада хижак, постріл! Слава Україні! Смерть ворогам!
Those Bogdanas are fairly new, and believe they were just released this year to the units. And kind of cool already seeing one of them reach the 1,000 shots fired. Yeah, I'm not going to watch that. In the Tower of London, Stephen Fry opened an exhibition. For the first time in history, Ukrainian cultural heritage has been presented in one of the world's leading museums, the Royal Armories. The saber is displayed in the White Tower, the oldest part of the Tower of London, founded by William the Conqueror in the 11th century. It can be seen there from July 18th to August 3rd. Cool. So those of you in the Ook, if you want to go check out the Ukrainian saber in the Tower of London, there you go. So 1:30 p.m. my time is when the air alerts started going off in Ukraine. 8.5 hours ago. And just now starting to wind down. Kyiv City coming off air alert. Cherkasy off air alert. Still quite a bit of drones flying around though. UAV operators of the 14th Brigade of the National Guard, Chervona Karolina, conduct remote mining and show impressive footage of enemy destruction. That last one had to hurt. High speed to Kyiv. First one 8 hours ago. Attention cities: Kyiv, Kryvyi, Zaporizhia, Sumy, Kremenchuk. Enemy UAVs in your areas. Stay in shelters. Again, 8 hours ago. We didn't hit the exact spot, but the spot was marked. FPV gives a chance for the last thought, but fate does not. One more drone, one more sortie. I'm guessing the battery on the scooter is what set off the vehicle mine. Oh, okay. Explosions near Domodedovo, according to Russian media, district near Moscow. Fire in an open area after a downed UAV. Mostly blurred out, so yeah, that doesn't look like an open area to me. That looks like there's a building right there. Can't really tell much with all the blur, but well. And probably shouldn't show that, but tore apart another Rashik. Oh yeah, saw that one already. Apparently 2 people were injured because of this Darwin event. Darwin at work. Talking about the drones, and more drones. Looks like that might be all I have for you today. Let's see. No videos there. Let's look at Omega 18 plus. Yeah, I probably shouldn't show that on stream. Okay, this one didn't have the 18 plus. Destruction of enemy personnel FPV drones by the Special Forces of Omega Group. You know, Russians must think they are Jedis because, you know, they try to do this. This was not the building you were aiming for. We don't target civilians. These aren't the droids you're looking for. Move along. Yeah, that does sound right. Liam Wakefield is. I think that's an airfield there. And that blur was right about the right shape for one of the Russian concrete structures they're building to protect airplanes. Our president dictates new rules for taking vacations. Holidays in Donbass, what are they like? Today, the head of Omega, Major General Pavlo Yetzik, who spent several days together with his subordinates in Cross Direction, will personally tell and show you about this. So, remember this? You know, I showed you a video where Merck, Rick the Ukrainian, and Greg Terry went and visited this. And the strike near it the other day. Anyways, welcome to Donetsk.
Я повинен бути в отпуску, Вітя. Куди ви не везете? Зато обої є, от картина даже в комплекті входить. Ось така хатинка, 30 тисяч гривень в місяць. Місцеві захотіли. Холодильник це наш, мабуть. Правильно? Це наш? Ні, це тут був. Ні, фіга себе, так в комплект холодильник входить. Це наша п'ятизв'язочна гостиниця. Оце буде моя кроватка. І це ще гарні умови. Це у нас шикардосні умови. Я хочу відпустку, а не ці натягнуті сітки. Хлопці відпочивають. Зато диван який в комплекті, це шикарно. Бачу, ваш обід буде модний. Посилки немає, багато машин загорівших. Кожних 100 метрів стоїть якась машина загорівша, особливо багато грузовиків. Це отакий п'ятизірковий теж готель. Умови офігенні, є електрика. Можна жити.
Kind of a cool video into the behind the scenes of the unit. And this will be the last video of the night from, again, Omega Group. Oh, I'll go back to that, Liam. So that was in Operational ZCU. This is the Darwin event. Guys hiding sort of behind a burnt out APC. Of course, you see where he's shooting. The cameraman is right in line with it with no protection whatsoever. And shoots the anti-tank drone. You see where he was standing is all covered in smoke, ash, and debris. So he got a face full of shrapnel. And I'm sure the cameraman was the other person that got injured. I just noticed something else too. Pause. Can you imagine you claim to be the second army in the world, and you're sent to a war zone with what looks like homemade shoes? No, it wasn't a drone. Unfortunately, there isn't a better zoom of it. That's just like a piece of the armor that fell off, but there's a anti-tank mine sitting right there. You can see the top of it right here. And he's shooting to take out the anti-tank mine. Yeah. That's definitely a Darwin Award. Let's do a quick refresh on the Summer Sunshine Fun Time fundraiser for the 5th Border Guards Prime Unit. We have received one more donation. We're at 61 donations now. 2,577.48 euros. And thank you, Adam Rounds. I appreciate your support so much. That's all I have for you officially today. I remember a Russian hitting on one with a hammer. Yeah, that was another one. The one I liked most was the guy with the shovel slapping the top of the mine. That dude evaporated. Literally. So unfortunately, I do not have any more news for you today. Friday. I will be taking tomorrow off streaming. I got a massage set up finally. Found somebody that wasn't like super expensive that will travel to do massages. That's coming out tomorrow. And yes, I will finally get some back relief. Oh. Still $75 for a half-hour massage. Mm-hmm. But hopefully that will help my back so much. With that, I do bid you farewell. Thank you all for coming to the stream. Please remember to hit the like, subscribe if you're not subscribed, but most importantly, keep supporting Ukraine. Have a good night and stay safe, everybody. Okay, I'm gonna hunt for some a new place to dream about again. But you all have a good night. And I'll see you next time.